Okay, with a bit of luck, we now have the first grade live stream up and running here at Baseball Park Springfield for the first grade fixture here this evening between the Central Coast Marlins and the Canterbury Vikings. In the earlier grades today and on Wednesday night, the Canterbury Vikings ran out winners 7 runs to 6 in the Wednesday night first grade fixture. In the under 18s here this morning, the Central Coast Marlins ran out winners 11 runs to 5. In a closely fought third grade fixture, we went down to the wire with the Canterbury Vikings pulling away in the last innings. The Canterbury Vikings won 11 runs to 7. And in the second grade fixture just completed, the Canterbury Vikings were also winners 9 runs to 4. We will bring you the lineups shortly when we get them from the scorers. But we can bring you the news that the Central Coast Marlins unfortunately have one big in and one big out here this evening with Jacob Amos unfortunately injuring his knee last week in the weekend fixture on the Saturday, which unfortunately has turned out to be reasonably serious. Severe injury, I believe, so he is out at the moment and possibly or probably for the remainder of the season. But replacing him in the lineup tonight for his first appearance in the Marlins colours for a couple of seasons, one of our Marlins originals, Bus Molinara, of course, playing here this evening for the Central Coast Marlins. So a number of ex-MLB, minor league players on display here this evening between the current and ex-minor league players on display here this evening between the two clubs. Should be a good fixture, of course, in the Central Coast lineup. We have young Rickson Wingrove currently signed with the Philadelphia Phillies. Of course, Bus Molinara formerly signed with the Boston Red Sox. Rickson's playing with the Adelaide Giants in the ABL. Bus Molinara playing with the Canberra Cavalry. And of course, Michael Campbell playing with the Sydney Blue Sox in the Marlins lineup. And on the other side of the ledger, in the Canterbury lineup, I believe we have Tim Atherton possibly not available this evening, but I believe I saw him earlier, I think. So Tim Atherton, who are playing with the Brisbane Bullets. And Guy Edmonds, formerly with the Texas Rangers and the Sydney Blue Sox, also in the Canterbury lineup.
Okay, the Central Coast Marlins defensive lineup as they line up on the diamond. We have Jackson Smith behind the plate. Rickson Wingrove up on third base. Tristan Watts at second base. Chris Shorty Ings at third base. Chet Robinson at shortstop. Damien Rutherford in left field. Matt Reeves at centre field, and of course Michael Campbell at right field. On the mound for the Central Coast Marlins is Kurt Wolf Eden. The boys in blue here this evening. Behind the dish we have Scotty Murray, and up on first base we have Matt Carter.
First two pitches here from Kurt Eden downstairs for balls, but comes back there on the third pitch for a strike. And gets a called strike there, hitting the outside corner of the plate. So that evens the count here at 2-2. And that one misses outside to fill the count at 3 balls, 2 strikes on the leadoff batter. And that one misses outside as well for ball 4. So a leadoff walk there to the Canterbury leadoff batter. Just waiting for the Canterbury lineup here to bring you the and that one's in there for a called strike. That's what I think closed the fielders off, but unfortunately just seemed to lose the ball there. I don't think he actually hit the glove at the end. Michael Grounder caught him off as he should, but then must have just lost the ball at the last minute and did not, I don't think even touch the ball. So bit of a miss there, but it's early days and we'll see if that causes any damage to the scoreboard as this innings progresses. And at the moment in the batter's box for the Canterbury Vikings, of course, is Dave Candace, another one of the ABL players. I think he's playing with the Canberra side this year, I believe, again. be stopped there by Chris Innes, but unfortunately, Rick Lemongrove over on first was unable to make the pick there on the throw in the dirt. So that loads up the bases here with 1 out. Brings to the plate the catcher, Guy Edmonds. And now he's into the fence at centre field, but Matt Reeves unable to make a grab on it. Plates the runner from 3. And leaves them loaded here in the top of the first with 1 out. So Canterbury there plate the first run of the game, now lead 1 run 2-0. And the fly ball there to Michael Campbell at right field. Takes the catch, throws it home, but the runner is just able to beat the throw. So Canterbury Vikings there plate the second run of the game, now leading 2 runs to 0. And then in the batter's box for the Canterbury Vikings is Brendan Kingman. And it's going to go foul out of the camera down there in the left field corner. And of course, speaking about notable baseball CVs, of course, Brendan Kingman, member of the Australian roster in the 2004 Olympics. Still playing the game at a very high level here in the state major league.
So with the top of the first completed there, the Canterbury Vikings have managed to place 2 runs and take into the bottom of the first a 2-run lead. Okay, Michael Campbell front out there at first in the leadoff spot here this evening. Batting in the two hole, the second base, Kristen Watts. And now hitting in the three hole, the third base, Rickson Wingrove. Sorry, first base.
And that one misses upstairs on Ericsson Wingrove here batting only three hole. And a breaking ball there misses up and out for a ball. Two balls, one strike here now on the batter. And that's fouled back here on a full count. Mixing it there on the foul tip through to the catcher.
Richmond goes down there on swing strikes for the second out here of the innings. To the plate, the designated hitter, Boss Moana.
And that one misses upstairs there on the boss man for ball one. And again, missing upstairs for ball two. And that one's in there for a called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike here now on Boss Moanaroa. And that one finds the bottom of the zone and evens the count at 2-2. Runner goes and called out there on strikes at the bottom of the zone for the Central Coast Marlins.
So Boss Moana called out there on strikes for the third out of the bottom of the first innings, with the Canterbury Vikings leading 2-0. And Andrew Cook goes down there swinging for the first out here in the top of the second inning. And on the batter's box, Blair Campbell. And Blair Campbell flies out there to Matty Reeves at centre field for the second out here in the top of the second. Now on the batter's box, batting in the 9 hole, the designated hitter, Aaron O'Reilly.
And goes down swinging.
Goes down swinging there for the first out of the innings here in the top of the second. We go to the middle of the second with the Canterbury Vikings leading 2-0. We have some around scores here from other fixtures today for those interested. In the under 18, Central Coast 11, the Vikings 5 here. Ride 15, Greater Western 0. Cronulla 10. So Cronulla 10, Manly 9. And Blacktown Workers 2, Drew with Macarthur Isles 2. And the game appears to be under protest for some reason, so it'll be an interesting week at the meeting. In the third grade fixtures here, the Canterbury Vikings 11, Central Coast 7, Greater Western 8 beat the Ridehawks 0, and Cronulla 7 beat Manly Eagles 2. In second grade here, Canterbury Vikings 9 defeated the Central Coast 4. Ridehawks 7 defeated Greater Western 0, and Cronulla 6 defeated Manly 4. And leading off to Damien, our other soldier. And Damien Rutherford thrown out there by the pitcher at first base for the first out of the innings. Into the plate, the shortstop, Chet Robinson.
And Chet fouls that one off there to the right side. And fouls that one down the left field line.
And Chet Robinson puts that one through the left side for a single. They put a runner on one with one out. Out of the plate, the catcher, Jackson Smith.
As you can probably tell here on the commentary, hopefully it's coming through okay, that most of the commentary I'm doing on the ground effects mic, and you should pick it up through the live stream, but I can comment while batters are in the box only here on the live stream microphone. If I call balls and strikes and the runner goes there, or the pitch upstairs, which is not in time, the runner is safe through there to first base.
And hit by pitch there to Jackson Smith, puts runners on 1 and 2 with one out to the plate. Third base, Chris Innings. No time. And Crittings flies out there to the left field for the second out of the innings. Now in the batter's box, center field, Matt Reeves.
That was young Blake Campbell visiting us here in the commentary position. And the runners go, and they are in time. Nice block there by Brendan Kingman up on third base to prevent any further damage of the ball going into the left field corner there, which probably would have plated at least one run if the ball had got away from him. And a swing and a miss there from Matt Reeves. And Matty Reeves puts that one through the left side, plates one of the runners from third base. Jackson Smith holds at third, so Chet Robinson crosses the plate for the first run here this evening for the Central Coast Marlins. And Jackson Smith holds up at third.
Single there to left field by Matty Reeves, plates the runner from third base. Canterbury Vikings now lead 2 runs to 1. In the batter's box, Michael Campbell.
And the breaking ball misses upstairs there for a ball. And Michael Campbell puts one there into the left field for another single, which plates Jackson Smith from third base and now ties it up here, 2 runs apiece.
And another single there from Michael Campbell to left field, plates Jackson Smith from third base and ties it up here, 2 runs apiece in the bottom of the second. The batter's box, Tristan Watts. And that brings to a close the bottom of the second innings, but not before the Central Coast Marlins have played it 2 runs and tied it back up here again. The score now 2 runs apiece. And a couple of other around the ground scores. Another Sharks 5 are leading Manly Eagles 0 in the top of the 4th. And Ridehawk and Greater Western are 0-0 in the bottom of the 2nd.
Yeah, just catch up here. The lead-off hitter there was Jackson Pearl, Josh Pearl, I believe, who flied out to Michael Campbell at right field, and currently in the box is Jackson White, who I think might have about a 2-2 count on him, or thereabouts. No, it's 1 and something, or 1 and 1 or 1 and 2. And that one's fouled off over to the Vikings, the away dugout. So it's definitely now 1 and 2 if it wasn't beforehand. And that one's fouled down and unable to be gloved there by Jackson Smith for the automatic out. So It's a foul, and he leaves to fight another pitch to the ball being grassed. And that one will find the ground out there at centre left. Nicely forwarded and throw there by Michael Campbell, but they're unable to take the catch.
A single to the right centre there by Jackson White. Finds the grass. With one out, puts the runner up on a one. Brings to the batter's box, David Candless.
And here comes Scotty Deeks to visit the commentary position, and that Candy has got a lot of that, but not enough. It's out to Damien Rutherford at left field, who takes the catch on or about the warning track for the second out here in the top of the third innings. So with a 2 out, a runner on one brings back to the plate the catcher, Guy Edmonds. Quite a decent crowd in here tonight, apparently. I can't see up the other side of the home dugout, but certainly along the away team's fence, the spectators are lined right along down past the first base. So there's 30, probably 40 to 50 on the away side of the diamond, and I believe even more on the home side of the diamond. So quite a reasonable crowd here on a very balmy evening in Gosford. The lights are just, well, not, the lights have taken effect now. The sky is still lit, so the sun hasn't completely set, but the lights are now providing the dominant light here. I've just been told it's 20 degrees. It's actually quite pleasant. There's virtually, looking at the trees, there is very, very little wind here this evening, so if you're in the area and have nothing to do, why not pop on down here to the Central Coast Baseball Park at Newcastle Street, Springfield, and watch this first grade fixture with, as I said before, numerous ex-minor league baseball players from America playing, as well as numerous current and past Australian Baseball League players here this evening in both teams. Should be a good contest here. The midweek fixture went the way of the Canterbury Vikings, 7 runs to 6, so a 1-run ball game. They were ahead virtually all of the game and were ahead comfortably, but as Central Coast Marlins tend to do, they fought back and had the go-ahead run in the batter's box, but were unable to plate the run. So, and the runner there is thrown out at second for
The runner there is thrown out at second base for the third out here in the top of the third innings. The score here remains 2 runs apiece. So we've broken his inning there with runners caught stealing. The batter in the box will be back up. So the batter's box again here, we have the second baseman, Tristan Watts.
So Tristan Watts back in the batter's box as the runner was caught stealing third there for the last out of the previous innings. And for those not familiar with baseball, which most of you probably are, no doubt, Tristan, of course, receives a clean count. So he starts again with a 0-0 count here in the bottom of the third innings. And there's a breaking ball in the dirt to even the count at 1-1. And another one in the dirt. Ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike here now on Tristan Watts. And outside for ball 3. So Jack Lee started here in the bottom of the third with a strike, but just lost his target a little bit here. So now 3 straight balls. And that one's in there. And Tristan Watts foul tips it back to the fence. So that will take us to a full count here now. 3 balls, 2 strikes on the Central Coast second baseman, and that one's up and out for ball 4. So, and a lead-off base on balls there to the Central Coast second baseman, Tristan Watt. Brings to the plate the first baseman, Erickson Wingrove. And that misses outside for a ball. Jack Lee just having a little bit of trouble finding the zone here in the bottom of the third inning. And there's a pick-off easily back there over at first base. And it misses upstairs for another ball. So 2 straight balls here now on the Central Coast first baseman. And again misses upstairs. So 3 straight balls here on Guy Edmonds. Now a 3-0 count. I assume in this scenario he'll be given a green light, which I assumed he would be on 3-0, and he fouls that one off over the back. That was in the zone, so good pitch selection there by Rickson Wingrove. Given the green light there on a 3-0 count by Sean Smith, as you would with a big hitter. And that one misses outside for a ball, so...
And a second base on balls here to start the bottom of the third innings. Put runners on 1 and 2 with none out. In the batting box, the designated hitter, Boss Moanaroa. And Boss flies out there into foul territory for the first out of the innings. To the plate, the left fielder, Damien Rutherford.
And that one's fouled off to the right side by Damien. And the breaking ball doesn't break there, stays upstairs for a ball. So I think that might now be 2 balls, 1 strike here. And misses inside for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike here now on the left fielder, Damien Rutherford. Looking to load him up here in the bottom of the third. And that one's in there. That's to the fence at centre field. Runner's tag. And the runner advances from second to third. Rickson Wingrove holds up there at first base. So the sack fly moves the runner from second to third, puts him into scoring position on third base. So we now have runners in the corners with 2 out.
Corners here with 2 out now to the plate. Shortstop, Chet Robinson.
So 2 balls only here now on Chet Robinson. And that one's fouled off to the right side. So 2 balls. 1 strike now on the Central Coast stop. In the index circle is the catcher, Jackson Smith. So if Chet Robinson gets aboard here with 2 out and loads them up, Jackson Smith will be up to bat looking to convert some of these runs. And that's again fouled off to the right side. And that one's down in the dirt for a ball. So I believe that now is 3 balls, 1 strike here. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. That's right, there were 2 fouls on Chet Robinson.
So base on balls there to Chet Robinson, loads them up here in the bottom of the third. Brings to the plate the catcher, Jackson Smith.
So a load of bases here in the bottom of the third. Jackson Smith, the catcher, up to bat for the Central Coast Marlins, looking to plate some of these runs. And that one must have just caught the top of the zone there for a called strike 1. And a breaking ball there, stays upstairs, misses inside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike here now on the Central Coast catcher. And that is a call, strike 2 again, declining what I assume is about the top of the zone there from the home plate umpire, Scotty Murray. 1 ball, 2 strikes out here now on Jackson Smith with a load of bases. And a brings to a close the bottom of the third inning. With his score here inning, 2 runs apiece. Something like that. Okay, back here in the top of the fourth with the scores tied up at 2-2. For those watching the live stream, just so you're aware, the chat is open, so if you wish to comment, good or bad, especially if things go awry, let us know. We'll try and fix them as possible. If you want to comment, you're welcome to in the chat there, or chat amongst yourselves, as the case may be. And we are back here now in the top of the fourth in the batter's box, the catcher for the Canterbury Vikings side, Guy Eden.
And the batter's box, the catcher, Guy Edmonds. And that ball has left the park for a lead-off solo home run there to Guy Edmonds, which takes Canterbury Vikings back out to a 3-2 lead here in the top of the fourth. And the fourth-way play there is in time for the first out here in the top of the fourth. Now to the batter's box, third base, Brendan Kingman.
Run! There you go.
We're just noticing on the radar here that there is some rain moving into the area, not for a while, probably at least an hour, but we may have a slightly premature end here this evening.
And Brendan Kingman full cues on back there to the catcher for the second out of the innings.
Just on Sunday, I don't know if there's any lightning with it. The umpires are actually meeting. So I don't know if that was in response to observing lightning. I didn't see any. There's definitely storms to the west of us, southwest according to the radar. I'm not sure what they are discussing here at the moment. Perhaps where they're going for dinner afterwards. Maybe there's an umpire's dinner maybe being organised. I didn't get an invite. They're going to play the early game here today, but looks like it's a private dinner. But we're back underway, so whatever it was has been resolved and the menu's been selected. And it's in there for a called strike. There's certainly a wind starting to blow up here, which is fairly cool.
For the third out of the innings here in the top of the fourth, but not before the Canterbury Vikings, courtesy of the Guy Edmonds solo home run there, has taken the lead 3 runs to 2.
He does nice. He's clearly been learning with the kid on the radar. Wait.
And the batting box, the third base, Chris Ings.
So just checking the radar here, we've got about 30 odd minutes before we actually get substantial rain, and probably less than that before the lightning starts to get close and become a problem. So we will probably almost certainly have a truncated fixture here this evening, I would say. So the Marlins will want to tag that run back on as quickly as possible. They went down there in that innings. And that will be close. That will be very close. And that may just do it. So Matt Reeves there puts one over the left field fence for a home run to tie it up here again. 3 runs apiece.
And that one has also left the park here, courtesy of the bat of Matt Reeves with a solo leadoff home run here. Sorry, one out home run here in the bottom of the fourth, which ties it up 3 runs apiece in the batter's box. Michael Campbell.
And that one misses upstairs. So as I was saying there, the Coast Marlins will want to tag that run back as quickly as possible with the weather closing in here, and courtesy of the Matt Reeves bat, that has happened pretty much straight away. So the score here now 3 runs apiece in the bottom of the fourth, and a called strike there on Michael Campbell. Just looking at this storm and the depth of it and the severity of it, I don't think we'll get back on. So I think once we go off, that will be the game for this evening. So just checking the time, 7:51. I believe we're already past the hour mark for a minimum time required for a game. So the result will stand. As I understand the rules, it's either an hour or 5 innings. Not quite at 5 innings, but we're certainly well past the hour mark. So as I understand the rules at present, the game therefore is a live contest. We have action down in the Central Coast Marlins bullpen with Luke Kovac warming up there in the bullpen. And that one's driven to left field by Michael Campbell and is taken cleanly by the Canterbury Vikings left fielder over his shoulder for the second out of the innings.
Michael Campbell flies out there to left field to the plate, second base, Crichton, Watt.
So I've actually just had a correction there, and that's why I was not being absolute certain of the rule. Because it is not a timed game, I am told that we have to complete 5 innings. So therefore, at the moment, this is not a live game. It will become a live game in the next innings. The interesting aspect of that is, if it stays 3-all and we go 4 1/2, that is technically a result of a draw, but the bottom team will not bat. So will it be called a draw? And if the bottom team's winning and don't bat, then that would be a result, even with 4 1/2 completed. But if it's a draw and the bottom's not completed, one for those that follow the rule book to look up and let us know. There's another one there behind you. And a breaking ball in the dirt there. And the breaking ball gets past Tristan Watts there for the third out. So that will bring to a close the fourth inning. So we do now move into the fifth.
So Tristan Watts strikes out there for the third out in the bottom of the fourth. That takes us now into the fifth innings with the scores tied up here, courtesy of the Matt Reeves solo home run to left field, 3 runs apiece. And that's one out here in the top of the fifth.
So one out here in the top of the fifth with that last batter. I didn't get who it was. Struck out, called out there on strikes by the home plate umpire, Scotty Murray. So one away. And that one's drawn up the centre by and a single up the centre there puts a runner on one with one out. So one out here in the top of the fifth with a runner on one. And that one's down in the dirt for a ball. Action. Minimal action, but a couple of people moved up to the bullpen for the Vikings side. No No throwing yet. Yeah. Subject to what happens here with the weather, see a change in the next couple of innings on both sides. So there's been no further action in the Marlins bullpen for the last innings or so. So Luke Kovacs, who started warming up, is now sat back down. It's a 1 ball, 2 strikes here on the batter. And it's a quick pick up there to first. And it goes on the hit and run there. And it's a safe hit there to left field.
And the runner goes there on the running hit to left field. With 1 out, puts runners on 1 and 2. With 1 out, brings back to the plate, Dave Candler.
And that one from Kurt Eden misses downstairs for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike here now on Candyman. And Dave Canlis puts that over the centre field fence to score a 3-run home run there, and now take the Canterbury Vikings out to a 6-run 2-3 lead here in the top of the 5th.
A 3-run shot there by Dave Candless over centre field. Takes 3 runs and takes the Canterbury Vikings here out to a 6-run 3 lead. Now on the batter's box, catcher, Guy Edmonds.
Guy Edmonds, of course, hit a solo home run in his last bat. And that one's gone straight up out to third base foul territory, which is taken by Chris Ings there for the second out here in the top of the 5th. The action seems to have ramped up in the Canterbury bullpen now with someone up throwing. So there it is. This could be a right-hander up there in the bullpen. number 21. So we'll work out who's up there throwing in the bullpen. And that one misses upstairs. We can't read it very well. Looks like Jace. That nature. Jacob. The Canterbury Bull. Why not mention that? We'll visit them now. The Coast head coach, Aaron Smith. Having a quick chat with Kurt Eden. Oh, Lightning then. Just had a couple of bolts of lightning quite close to us. Don't think the umpires have seen it at the present time. But the storm still looks to be a little bit away, but we have had a couple of lightning bolts just overhead. So we may see breaking proceedings here shortly if the umpires spot one of these lightning bolts that are now occurring. And I just got I have an app called Rain Parrot, and I just actually got a warning on my phone. We're about to get a storm as well on my Apple Watch. And that one misses downstairs on Brendan Kingman. And a successful steal there over to second base by the Canterbury Vikings base runner. And Brendan Kingman line drives there straight to Chris Ings at third base for the third out here in the top of the fifth.
Line drive there by Brendan Kingman straight to Chris Ings at third base. Brings to a close the top of the fifth innings, but not before the Canterbury Vikings have taken a lead here now, 6 runs to 3, courtesy of that 3-run homer by David Campbell. For those interested in the rugby at the Hunter Stadium this evening, the test match between Australia and Argentina, the score after 20 minutes of the first half is 3-all. Leading off here in the bottom of this innings, the first base, Rickson Wingrove.
Called strike down. Rickson Wingrove takes the count out here to 1 ball, 2 strikes on the Central Coast leadoff batter. And that one's down for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes here now on the Central Coast batter. And the breaking ball misses upstairs for a ball, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count here now on Rickson Wingrove. And gets plenty of that one, but it's gone foul, unfortunately, out to the right side. And base on balls there to Rickson Wingrove, puts a runner on 1 with none out. And a base on balls there to Rickson Wingrove, puts a runner up on 1 with none out. Here in the bottom of the 5th, brings to the plate. Designated hitter, Post, Moanaroa. Looks to be action continuing up in the Canterbury Vikings bullpen. And that one misses outside for ball 1 here on Moanaroa. So the scores at the moment stand at 6-3. So Damon Rutherford, who is in the on-deck circle at the moment, represents the tying run here in the bottom of the 5th. And that one again misses outside for a ball 2. And a check swing there from Moanaroa is called by Matt Carter, the base umpire in the centre. So I think that evens the count at 1-1. 2-1. And that evens the count at 2-2. So Boss facing a 2-2 count here. And fouls that one back into the catcher, Guy Edmonds. The wind is now starting to get very cool here, so I assume that rain is not too far away. And that one's in the dirt for ball 3. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count here now on the Central Coast designated hitter. And that one's up. It looks like it'll be inside the fence, although it's continuing. And it is taken cleanly inside the fence there by the left fielder. Fortunately, too much elevation there by Boss Murderer on that one. So Boss Murderer flies out there to the left field fence for the first out here. To the plate, the left fielder, Damien Rutherford. And that one misses upstairs for a ball. So Chet Robinson on deck now represents the tying run here in the bottom of the 5th. And a hit by pitch.
And Jeremy Brothers, a hit by pitch there. Took runners on 1 and 2 with 1 out. Now in the batter's box, the shortstop, Chet Robinson.
So the tying run now in the batter's box here. With 1 out, runners on 1 and 2. The breaking ball there is in there for a called strike. 1 strike only here on the Central Coast shortstop. And that one might look good, missed inside. I'd say there for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike now on the batter in the box, which represents the tying run here this evening at the present time. And the run is down, but fouled off by Chet Robinson. So Chet there swinging the ball down in the dirt for a foul, which takes the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And the field goes there at second base. These runners in the corners here. 2 out. Brings to the plate. Catcher, Jackson Smith.
So Jackson Smith at the plate now represents both the go-ahead run with the runners in the corners and also the hitter, which will make this a live game. And that misses upstairs for a ball. 1 ball only here on the Central Coast catcher. And that one's fouled off to the left side. So 1 ball, 1 strike here now on the Central Coast catcher, Jackson Smith. And that one's gone up in the air and foul on the right side hill area. More balls to be thrown into the game here. And that one's hit back to the pitcher, and Jackson Smith is thrown out at first base to bring to a close the bottom of the 5th innings, which means we now have a live game here with the Canterbury Vikings still leading here 6 runs to 3.
The 1-3 play there throws out Jackson Smith up at first base for the 3rd out in the bottom of the 5th, which takes us into the top of the 6th with the Canterbury Vikings still leading here 6 runs to 3. We also have a defensive change for the Central Coast Marlins with Luke Kovar coming onto the mound, replacing Kurt Eden here in the top of the 6th inning.
And a lead-off single there to the right side. Puts a runner on one with none out here in the top of the sixth. I believe that was Nathan Howarth, I think, batting there from the second grade lineup. And I missed it downstairs. Great ball. 3 balls, 1 strike here now on the batter. And that misses upstairs for ball 4. So base on balls there to the Canterbury Vikings hitter. Puts runners on 1 and 2. With none out here in the bottom of the 6th. And Christings places back there for the third out of the innings. Sorry, for the first out of the innings here in the top of the 6th. And the off-speed pitch from Luke Kovacs in there for a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes here on the batter. And that misses inside for a ball. Yep. Sorry? You can go. Yeah, that fly ball there's gone out to the left side of the diamond and over the fence for a foul.
Sorry. Go.
And we just don't hear the rain on the roof of our canopy here, so. That one's fouled down the left field line there.
Alright, let's go.
Where? Hold on.
Okay. That way. Go two. Okay, go.
And the first choice there from shortstop to second base gets the second out here in the top of the sixth. But the Canterbury Vikings have then plated another run and now lead here 8 runs to 3 in the top of the sixth innings. And on the batter's box, the catcher, Guy Edmonds. And the throw there from Chris Ings over to first base in time to catch Guy Edmonds up at first and bring to a close the top of the sixth, where the Canterbury Vikings play the other 2 runs, now leading 8 runs to 3.
And those interested in the rugby, it's currently half time with Australia leading 9 points to 6 in the rugby international between Australia and Argentina.
Come on.
Exactly.
Wait.
So leading things off here in the the bottom of the sixth was the Central Coast third baseman, Chris Ings. Christings puts one there straight back through the pitcher for a single to centre field. Brings to the plate the centre fielder, Matt Reeves. Rain here is starting to get heavier, so I am going to go and get the car, bring it over because the gear is certainly not waterproof. So we may need to pack the camera up shortly here. If we don't suspend the game due to the rain, we may have to gear up so as not to damage the gear. So I will leave the camera running for now. You can watch and I'll leave the ground effects mic open, but we'll go and grab the car and just see how we go and whether we start packing some of the gear up before we damage it.
Good, mate. Good, mate. Good, boy. We're all good. You're much of that. He wasn't that. He said he was He said he was sorry. Give us back. It was real horrible. Yeah. Okay, but roll on. Oh, hammer! Oh, my God. Come, mate. It's not. Oh, my God. Go. Go, Michael. In. I like that, mate.
So we'll keep the commentary going here for the moment. The rain's sort of moderate. Not really getting any worse. There's no lightning associated with it at the moment, so we may be able to play out here for a little while at least. And breaking ball is in there for a strike. And another big breaking ball there, misses the inside of the zone. And he goes back, comes back to the breaking ball again. Looks like that will plate a run. With the bouncing ball up the centre there from Christian Watts. Scores the run from third base Chris Ings there, crossing the plate. We narrow the gap here now down to 8 runs to 4 here in the bottom of the 6th innings. Now in the batter's box, the first base, Erickson Wingrove. And that one's going to be close, but it's going to go foul on the right side. So that was about 30 foot away from tying the game here in the bottom of the 6th innings. Another one like that. And that one's gone over the back here for a... You want me? So Erickson Wingrove still alive here. And there's a hit to the right field there, which will plate 1 run, and probably a second run. The ball is now back at the fence now.
Yeah, boss man, right here. Here goes.
So we're still at the live stream going here. We might pack up. We're just starting to get some power issues here. So if we lose the stream due to water, we're going to try and keep it going. But we're starting to have power issues because we don't have cameras or power points protected. So the score now, I believe, here is 8 runs to 5. And Boss Marlin and Arrow, the designated hitter in the batter's box with the loaded bases, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. So 1 out. And Boss puts 1 down into the right field corner here, which will plate 2 runs here, I believe, from home plate. So that will be another 2 to cross the plate. The score now here is 8 runs to 7. So the tying run is Rickson Wingrove now on second base. The go-ahead run is Boss Marino on first base, and Damien Rutherford is in the batter's box. So Marlins once again here fighting back in the bottom of the 6th innings and narrowed it down to 1 run. And a cold strike there on Damien Rutherford. So the go-ahead run here is on second base with none out in the bottom of the 6th. And a hit by pitch to Damien Rutherford. So loads him up again and brings to the plate Chet Robinson. And looks like we're going to have a visit here. One out here in the bottom of the 6th innings. Looks like we will have a change on the mound for the Canterbury Vikings here.
So it looks like we've got a change here on the mound for the Canterbury Vikings side.
Jason Canterbury, DH in the game, and 5-1 cross.
So on the mound now for the Canterbury Vikings, we have Brendan Kingman. And just so those who are at the ground, we're going to pack up the speakers and the sound system because that is vulnerable to the rain. We'll try and keep the live stream going as long as we can, but we're starting to have water issues. So we'll see how we go, but we're going to pack up the commentary so you'll hear nothing more from us, but the live stream for those watching it will continue as long as we can.
Dad. Frank. Take it down. Wait. Take this guy. Wait, take it down. Wait, I got that. Let's go.
So abandon the commentary here. We are going to try and keep this live stream going as long as we can to finish this game out. No. So the runner thrown out there at home. And the runner thrown out at first base as well. So 2 out now. Runners on 2 and 3. Yeah, that one. And that one misses downstairs for a ball. They want to be upstairs for a ball. 2 balls only now on Jackson Smith here. Tyler at third base. There's a called strike. Tyler at third base. Go ahead run at second base here. And a swing and a miss by Jackson Smith there. And there's a hit to third base. Will the throw be in time? No, it won't. So that plum will cross the plate. Bosmanarella will score there and tie the game now at 8 runs apiece. So we now have runners in the corners. Chris Ings up to bat. And the go-ahead run is now on third base in the form of Damien Rutherford. So the scores are now level at 8 apiece. And that one misses inside for a ball. And there's a called strike and a delayed steal there by Jackson Smith up at first base. Of course, the go-ahead run is on third base, so they're not too interested in Jackson Smith. But if that lands, that will be the go-ahead run. No, it is taken. So the scores here are tied up after 6 at 8 runs apiece. Just trying to see what we're going to do here. The rain is moderately heavy. Are we going to continue or are they going to call the game? So I think with scores tied, we're maybe going to go back out. Yeah, it looks like at the moment we are going to continue here. Yeah. So we have 8 all after 6 completed here. Okay, so we're still continuing here, going into the top of 7th. one's fouled off there up into the right field corner. So 2 strikes only here on the batter. Yeah, and that one's in the dirt for a ball. It's somewhat waterproof, but not. We could actually pull out a GoPro and put a GoPro on the fence, and that is waterproof. And nice play there by the first baseman, and the pitcher's cover is in time. So nice play there between Rex and Wingrove. And Luke Kovac, the Central Coast pitcher, to get the first out up at first base. Out of the batter's box, Brendan Kingman. The wind is starting to blow the rain in here into the thing. Actually, it's getting quite heavy. Starting to get on laptops. I think we're going to have to pack up in a moment. So unfortunately, as exciting as this game is, I think we're actually going to have to terminate the broadcast before we start to damage equipment, unfortunately. A lot of the equipment's worth several $1,000s, so we might have to, unfortunately, call it quits in a moment. I don't know if this game will go much longer. The rain is getting quite heavy. We apologise, we can't bring you the end, but the rain is starting to blow in under the awning, and we've got live PowerPoint, so we are going to call it quits for this evening. The score here at the present time in the top of the 7th innings with 1 out is 8 runs apiece. So we wish you good night, and I apologise that we can't bring you the end of the game, but safety's going to have to. I think they're actually calling it now, so we may have actually brought you the end of the game. But the weather looks fairly well set in, so the tarps are coming out. It is very unlikely we'll get back on here this evening, so we're going to call it quits. We're going to pack up, and thank you for joining us this evening. The score here with top of the 7th is 8 runs apiece. Good night.